Welcome, everybody. I should probably whisper because my bearded dragon's information. This is going to be an ASMR video. So, you guys have been watching Cold-Blooded Fiends for a little bit now. I'm sure you kind of realize there's actually two sides to it. There's my side and my good friend Sebastian's side, who's behind the camera today. He's probably not going to want to wave at you. He's looking pretty ugly today. Oh, there he is. Yeah. So, I want to give you a little tour of my reptile room. And I should probably be quiet because we're going to start out with my bearded dragon right here. Super simple setup. I mean, bearded dragon's super easy to take care of. But one issue we have with this guy, well, not issue, I can't say. This little girl's in brumation right now. So, you're not going to see her. I'm not going to pull her out. I don't do anything. I lowered the temperatures in there, did the whole fecal test and everything, and she's fine. Just sleeping. Actually, if you want to come around this side, you could probably poke in there and see her sleeping over in the corner. What a cutie. Yeah, so this video, we're going to leave her out of this. You guys know how to take care of bearded dragons. This is easy. Like, anyone can do it. Like, this is beginner stuff. We're going to move on in my reptile room. We're just going to go around a circle. So we're going to start off with this tiny little enclosure right here. This guy is probably the only real rescue I've ever done in my life. I found this guy in a friend's house. They didn't clean the cage for 2 years. There was 200 poops all over this guy. I mean, he's just a little crested gecko. He's got to stay clean. And since we got him, he's doubled the weight. I mean, he was 4 years old and anorexic. Anyways, let me just show you this little guy. They really like these kind of humidity cages. I put a bunch of sphagnum moss inside of that to keep the humidity up in there, even though I keep it around 70-80%. But he's back here. He's like back in this corner. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not gonna try to get that guy out of there. We're gonna move on to my next gecko setup. So this guy is super, super cool. This is my day gecko. His name is Wasabi. Look at him. He is goddamn adorable. He is also mean. He is also fast. He hits you hard, just like Wasabi. You eat too much Wasabi, you know it. And if this guy gets out of the cage, you'll know it, because my girlfriend will be screaming from the other room saying that there's a goddamn animal loose, and this thing will be from the floor to the ceiling, all the way across the wall, like back and forth. This happened yesterday. It was quite the heart attack. Like, I did not enjoy dealing with that. We're going to try to show you good shots of this guy without having that repeat. Because all she had to do was open up the door and he jumped right out. Look at him. Wow. Meet Wasabi, everybody. God, what a cutie. Looks like I need to spot clean that section of the cage a little bit better. If you guys are interested in learning about the day gecko, we have a video released a little while ago about everything we had to do to get this guy into his setup. He's a little bit temperamental. But let's move on. This cutie, this guy's one of the fastest snakes I own. But this is a plebeian milk snake. Oh. Oh. Hey, little girl. Oh, she's mad. I don't know. Here, you can get some film. I don't want to just scoop her on up. She's pretty mad right now.
And just pick her on up.
This is Hebby, guys. I would like to introduce you to Hebby. Ooh, she is. She's really fast. Never bitten me though. She's always been a sweetheart. She just is very scared. So these are my feigning death beetles. You see them? You generally sit up here. You guys just watched the B-roll footage of us getting that. I have two different types. I have blue velvets and I have blacks. Super easy animals to take care of. Look, you can see a black and a blue right there. God, that's fucking perfect. As soon as I bring them up, they just come out. God, these are like the coolest pets I've ever had when it comes to insects. These guys are so fascinating. They're super active. They are always digging or burrowing somewhere. They eat pretty much anything, and they fake like they're dead. Like they'll just flip over on the back and like splay their arms out. It's fucking hilarious.
Not to mention their lifespan is ridiculously long for a beetle.
Yes, they live about 17 years. That's a lot for a freaking insect. Like
I think the longest one recorded was like 22.
22, yeah, 22 was the longest from my knowledge. So I don't know if you want to come get some footage of these guys. I can pull them each out individually, but they're pretty hard. It's biting me. Why are you biting me? One big thing when it comes to breeding these guys is you bury a big old carrot. I buried this about 2 weeks ago. I found out that if you moisten carrots, it helps with them laying eggs. This carrot was about this big 2 weeks ago. It shrunk immensely. That's fascinating. I don't think there's any larvae in there, so I'm gonna throw that away. But let me see if I can grab one of these guys out. Look at him. Now, obviously, this is a black. Super nice. This guy's not even biting me. You see the other black one right here? The one I was handling was the male. Males are a little bit smaller. This is the female over there. Just slightly bigger, not by much. You see, look, upside down in this little hide I made is the female blue.
There's a blue right here too.
Yeah, I think this one's the male. The male's a little bit smaller, like I said. I've had some luck with, it looked like the blacks were about to mate. So I've had a little bit of luck with those guys. The blues, however, seem to hate each other. So I don't think I'm gonna get the blues to mate successfully. Beetles, coolest pet ever, honestly. All right, so guys, next up is my brand new personal favorite. Oh God, he's so cute. I have an albino superconda hognose. People that do hognose morphs are like, oh, that's nothing. Well, it's cool to me, and I love this guy. I would like to show you my little setup for him. So this guy, we actually don't handle so far. I just got him a week ago. He hasn't been eating, so I'm leaving him alone. I don't even want to dig in through in his enclosure. I just want to leave him alone, make sure everything's all good before I actually start handling him. So he's boring for now. I'm gonna do a post video, or I'm gonna do an update on him for you guys sometime within the next month when I get him to eat. When I get him all settled in. Right now he's still settling in, so he's not gonna be pulled out today, sadly. But just showing you like what I got. This is one of my favorite snakes. He is adorable. God, he just uses his nose and just digs all over the place. It's the cutest thing in the world. Like, hog noses are one of my favorite snakes.
Funny thing about hog noses is they'll actually use their noses and they'll dig a big hole in their substrate and they'll just lay in it for
Yeah, they
days
actually gotta
upon
act like dogs.
days.
I've noticed that
Yeah.
he will dig, he'll like flick a bunch of stuff up in a circle. He make a little
Yep.
mound in the middle of his substrate, and he'll curl up in there like a little dog making his bed. It's so adorable. Not only that, but I mean, we're gonna do a whole separate video on this guy soon to come. Don't worry about that. Like, we're gonna get that set up for you guys. We're just keep moving on with this video we got going right now, and that's just showing you a quick little tour of my very humble reptile room, which is my bedroom. You know, I'm not rich. I just really like what I do. So next up is, well, actually my biggest snake. My big snake is a rat snake. It's what started this all. She is the beginning of it all. And we're going to be doing a separate video on this girl as well. And right now, she's gone into blue, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle her. If I notice that she's too far in, I'm not going to pick her up. But we're going to pull her out, or try to pull her out and see what's going on. Also, I just want to let you know that this setup I have with my UVB, this is not permanent. I have the UVB set up on the inside. I had a whole light bar. Turns out in my area, they don't sell the lights necessary for the light bar. So this is just a very last minute backup setting. I know UVB doesn't go through glass. It's not really doing anything. This is more for my pleasure. I'm eventually going to have it reset back on the inside, but can't be perfect, I guess, you know. All right, guys. Come in here, man. You got to get some good footage of this. I love this enclosure. I want to show you some good key points in this enclosure. So this is the hot side to the right. Yeah, cool side's more cluttered. Hot side, I don't like too much stuff in here because the heat lamp's right here. I don't want her climbing on anything that gets too hot. So I leave the heat side pretty bare. Cool side's got mass amount of hides. I mean, there's like so much stuff jammed in there. I got hidden hides all over the place. She loves this enclosure. It's like one of my happiest snakes. She freaking loves this. She really likes the tree, this green one, and this far log over here. Get some of this substrate off you. Kiyomi! This is my pride and joy. One of my favorite snakes. She's a liquor stick rat snake. You tell by the pattern, obviously. She's like, I sense all my belongings on the floor, and why are they there? I do not like anybody. So Kiyomi stands for fierce beauty, and this girl just is the definition of fierce beauty. I've seen her wild out to the point where it's like she acted like she's a freaking cobra, just striking at everything. God, this is clearly one of my favorite snakes. I love this girl. She's about 2 years old, but like I said, we're gonna do a whole separate video on this girl. I'm gonna have to redo this whole setup now. Just because you were buried. Kiyomi is actually one of the few snakes I have that is very selected on who she likes. She likes me, she likes Sebastian. I haven't seen anyone else she likes. But she actually has a red and black tongue, which is super cool if you're able to get a video of it. I promise Kiyomi I'll fix everything. I know it doesn't look right now. She's like, fuck this, I'm coming back out. I guarantee you. She loves being handled. She will come back out. And she'll come back out quick too. She'll be like, I'm coming. Here she comes. Yeah, you know my finger. You know this sign. That means get back in there. There you go. What a cutie. Let me introduce you to my favorite ball python I've ever owned. Because it's the only ball python I've ever owned. She is awesome. This is Itsuki. Just look at her. One of my favorite animals, honestly, just because of how docile she is. She doesn't like anywhere near her face being touched, so be careful with that. She will lash out. She doesn't like her face being touched. I know, like, the whole ball python market is saturated nowadays. You can get any kind of morph you've ever wanted. I kept it simple. I just got a pastel pinstripe. Not really anything crazy.
Super Blast.
It's Super Blast, yeah, exactly.
Super Blast.
Nothing crazy, but I bought her because of her, number one, she was in really bad care when I saw her, and she was not going to live a good life, so I immediately felt terrible, and had to buy her. She was overpriced. It was a terrible decision.
Fun
but
fact.
Ended up loving her.
Fun fact is if Mike here didn't buy her, I was going to buy her.
Yeah,
and I'm glad he did, because I have 2 ball pythons already.
Do you like that sheep's fur, Itsuki?
They love, like, anything furry. Like, they love hair. Ball pythons love hair for some reason.
Honestly, this girl is so good. I can take her out and let her roam for a little bit and come back in. She'll be fine. Like, as long as she's, like, in a little cardboard setup, she's never going anywhere. She gets good exercise. She eats well. I can do a separate video on this little girl if you guys want to see it. I know you've seen her feed before, but you gotta get a close-up of her eyes. Her eyes are the best part about her. She has blue eyes. Show them off, Itsuki. She's like, fuck no. You're coming to daddy.
Come on, go ahead. You really don't mind your tail being touched. You're a weird ball python.
She's very, very good.
I mean, we're
if you guys want to see a video on this little girl, just let us know. I mean, I'll tell you everything I've been through with her. She started out having serious mite problems. I can explain to you how I get rid of those. I'm talking serious. Like, the vet has never seen anything as bad as this mite problem. Just because she was kept in terrible care. I picked her up. She was in quarantine for about 3.5, 4 months. Got all the mites taken care of, put her back on substrate, never seen another sign of a mite. So, if you guys need any information on taking care of these little guys, just ask. I mean, we'll help you guys out. Super easy. One of the easiest snakes I've ever had to care for. By far. Look at her. Alright, well, that's our video, guys. What can you do? Vacuums are bitches. Anyways, that's our video. Welcome. That's my reptile room. Actually, I have one other animal I didn't get to show you guys. I have an axolotl in another room. It's actually dark out now. We couldn't get any good footage of it. We have some previous footage we could show you guys, but basically this is what we got. Any animal that I have, you have any questions about, please let us know. I mean, I'm not a professional in any means, but we definitely know, we have a good knowledge about what we're doing here, and we can teach you about any of these, keeping them in good care, how to feed them, how to do anything, temperatures, A to the Z. This video actually irritated me a little bit. I took apart Kiyomi's cage, and now I can't get it back together. It's fucked up. So I have to spend the next 30 minutes of my life reorganizing the cage while you guys sit there and enjoy whatever you're doing. So yeah, let me hate my life, and you guys enjoy mine. So bye. Is that an outro? Is that good enough for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.